How's everybody doing?
All right.
So the name that my parents blessed me with is Charles Anthony Brown II. Publicly, because of the field I'm in, which is entertainment, I'm known as Batman. I do music marketing, right? And so because of what I do, I'm on the music scene very heavy here. So I'm the person that, you know, and I worked for Def Jam Records, just so we have some clarity, and worked for them for 5 years. So I'm the person who a lot of times would talk to radio and talk to the DJs to get some of these bigger mainstream artists play in the clubs and on radio. Also with a lot of venues, right? So I spend a lot of time talking to the youth. I swore up and down my whole drive over here I was just gonna listen. But as I heard you guys speak, and I'm from Hampton, so I'm a graduate of Bethel High School.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Breon, like
Yes,
Coach Breon, all of that. So I'm, you know. And real quick, to the family of Sierra, although I did not know her personally, a lot of people around me knew her. And so as those events were happening, all up and down my timeline, I'm seeing people I am directly connected to affected in a deep and personal way. And so to the family, like my deepest condolences, and it's definitely not something that should have happened. But I also know there's so many people in here that have been affected by this kind of stuff, right? And I'm gonna try to be brief. But I was vibrating in the seat. I just need y'all to know I was vibrating in the seat. You know what I'm saying? And me and Jackie actually spoke on a panel, like 2 months ago, a month ago? Meeting of the minds, right? Again, so I'm from Hampton, graduated from Bethel. Music was my thing, and so trying to figure out as a youth what my place was going to be in the world, you know, was a journey. Did not go to college, and so me trying to figure out through books, through, you know, the little bit of understanding I had of the internet as a child, was definitely a journey. But I figured out how to get on the street team, how to pass out flyers, how to put up posters, right? So as y'all see now, there are not a lot of posters that get put up now. I'm probably, and I can say this confidently, probably the last person who was actively putting up posters around all the cities. So y'all can thank me for retiring from whatever. All that being said, for 19 years, outside of working for Def Jam, I also had a small business, Dark Knight, ENT. This is our 19th year. And so through that, I had interns, but I also had a staff. So, you know, we paid people, right, for me to train them how to not only do promotion, marketing, how to do artist development, all that kind of stuff, to help artists find their way. You know, I think with everything that I'm trying to say, you know, I was in a situation where I was in a shooting last year, so it might have been almost a year now. I was leading a vaccination outreach program a few blocks from here, and in the community we're walking around. I passed a group of young men, and it must have been like on a Monday or Tuesday. Asked them if they need any help with, you know, trying to figure out vaccination, whatever it was. They said nah. They were looking on the ground. It was weird, but I kept walking. In front of us on the street, a car drove slowly, went in reverse, and dented up the cars. Then they went in reverse faster, and when I was clear that they didn't really care about damage to personal property, I knew something was about to happen, right? And so me and my team, my small team that were knocking on doors, ended up in the middle of a shootout. Group of two young men. I also served in the military, United States Navy. So as you can see, there's a lot of different chapters in my life, but I'm trying to tell a story, and I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna sit down. The first thing that I think to do is protect everybody around me. So the first thing by instinct is everybody get on the ground, right? Now, if you know these neighborhoods that are over here, and I'm very familiar with them, when you're talking about getting down and trying to get to safety, there's nowhere to really hide. It's dirt, right? It's cement and dirt. So we're very helpless. And all I kept thinking as, you know, we were able to make it out of that situation is very easily they could have had the thought of, oh, witnesses. Let me just go ahead and take them out. We had nowhere to hide. And these young men were definitely 10 or 15 years younger than me. And so I'm saying all of that again to kind of paint a picture. As I was compelled to get up here by all the stories I heard before me. I do understand that with me doing music marketing, I've been able to do some incredible things. I have a gold plaque. I work with some of the biggest artists in the world, the No Malices, the Pushes, the 2 Chainz, the Wiz Khalifas. I can name them all day. What I do with my company, what I do with my time is to help develop artists. What I'm also clear about is that these kids are looking for opportunity like you're talking about. Sports is one avenue, entertainment is another. But everybody can't be a rapper, everybody can't be a singer. We need managers, we need other people that do marketing and promotion, business development, YouTube creation, right? People that help just, figure out strategy and, outreach, all that kind of stuff. And I've held a lot of those kind of positions. And so I think all I'm saying is, this platform is amazing. There's a lot of good ideas, and I want to help and be of service however I can. Everybody that spoke and everybody who didn't, I want to be helpful how I can. And I know that a lot of the artists that are making a name for themselves, when I speak to them, they want to help. Some of these rooms, and I'm not going to say any specific organizations, but they are very public organizations. Sometimes it's not easy for them to feel like they can get into the room. But when I'm in the room, all I'm hearing is, "Bat, I'm glad you're here, and you're one of the few, whatever." But all I can see is I'm one of the youngest in the room, a lot. And I'm sure you feel like that, and certain others that do work in the community. We have to figure out ways to not only provide them with opportunities and training, but sit in on these city council meetings, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are doing, to figure out funding. Opportunity, I think, is the big thing that keeps running through my mind. So many of them are trying to figure out how to make money. So many of them are looking for an outlet, a way to get off steam or to figure out a better way for themselves and their family. I think in this room we can come up with a lot of legit solutions, and I don't think it's going to be one way. It's definitely not that kind of a thing. It's a multi-pronged thing. But I think with the energy in this room and everybody's willingness to want to commit to something long term, I really think that we can make some change. So, again, use me however you see. Again, so it wasn't me rifling off my resume. It was more like, if you saw something in there where I can help, please. Because I know I have a little bit of influence and all this social capital with the radio stations and media and whoever else. I'd rather use it than sit on it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's all I got. I love y'all.